what would your reaction be? No, what would have her reaction while she was all in? What would your reaction have been if you had come across an Armin type who says it's all BS versus a softer reformer type? So you've got the choice between Armin, who's like firebrand. He's like, nope, leave it all, dump it all. Turd in a swimming pool, you still wouldn't jump in. That kind of thing. And then versus that, you've got a reformer type who's giving you sort of Islam light.
So as a Muslim coming across Armin?
If you as a Muslim, as a Hizb ut-Tahrir Muslim, when you were all in, what would you? Let's see. I come to you my reaction to me compared to your reaction to somebody who wants to change Islam, but it's still like not anti-Islam, but want to reform Islam. That's what I think.
Yeah, interesting. I would see both as bad, not like, it is very black and white. So even like the teaching, like what Majid's doing was almost worse because you're trying to change the religion. And that's like.
So worse.
It's worse. Yeah. So, yeah.
How does that play with the Hizb? I mean, you said that your husband was at least, ex-husband was at least curious about it, but Majid Nawaz, when he came out, I mean, he's been there. His rhetoric about reforming and all that. How do you think that plays with it? Is there any advantage to that for people in Hizb ut-Tahrir? Would they find that message compelling at all?
What Majid's doing?
Yeah,
I do want to get back to highlighting because Ali never lets me highlight something I want to highlight. But go on. But answer Ali before we get back to that.
He has probably influenced more Hizb to him, but I'm not sure. Like, again, like it depends if they were like my ex, like he right away sees like how bad it is and he's corrupted and all that.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get back to how worst thing is? So to the people who say that Armin baby steps, okay? This is like every time. I don't know why is it that every time we get like an answer, it's always like proves me right, because I don't even claim to be like, I don't even claim that this is what I'm saying works 100% of the time, right? I'm just claiming that it works more often. But every time we get an answer from our guests, it just seems to be like proving me right, okay? So for the people that say, Armin, we have to ease it in. Like what you're doing is too aggressive, okay? What you're doing is too aggressive. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like the reform thing is not seen as a baby step that people could be more accepting of. Compared to what I'm doing, the reform thing is even more aggressively against these fundamentals. They hate them even more. It's not a baby step. So this easing into them, this is like a less hostile. It's not this is like more problematic to them, to a lot of them than what I'm telling them. Okay. So this whole, don't let people argue that this reform thing might work better because it's easing people into something that they will find more acceptable.
However, this process that Majid is doing, I think, is necessary to show that it's not possible. I think it has to be tried because honestly, because when you see that you can't change it, you have to, I think you have to try.
I love it.
I think you have to show.
I love it. So the only reason why we should try reforming Islam is to show how miserably it fails. Just to show
it will fail.
How big of a failure
it is. It. I don't think it's possible.
I will sign off to that. The only reason why we should try to reform Islam is to show how big of a failure reforming Islam could be. That's great. I love that.
You've made Armin very happy today. Definitely, it's quite an epiphany.